Warning, this video may contain content that may not be suitable for children or anyone else that is easily offended. Strong language, graphic content, nudity, bad jokes, and a possible idiot, aka myself, may be featured in the following clip. Viewer discretion is advised. It is not responsible for any damages that you receive watching this video.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Zems, and welcome to True Scary Story Trips to Las Vegas. This video is by Mr. Nightmare, so if you guys haven't already, be sure you swoop down to the description box, click on that link, go watch the videos in entirety while me pausing and stopping and talking through the whole thing. This video was recommended to me by Riley, so thank you guys so much for the recommendations. Keep doing what you guys are doing, and the videos will keep coming, man. 2,000 subscribers is right around the corner, so keep showing support. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can get all the notifications when my videos drop, and let's just keep doing what we do. But for now, let's get it.
I was 23 years old when this happened, 27 now.
Hey,
there hasn't been a week that has gone by that I haven't thought about this trip.
I'm almost 27.
To celebrate our friend Andrew's 21st birthday, we were taking him on a trip to Vegas. He was always a laid-back and kind of shy dude, and we all knew that he hadn't yet done the deed. So we planned on getting him really drunk and to put it bluntly, get him laid. We checked into the Carriage House Hotel, which was one of the more affordable hotels that we could find. We had 2 separate rooms as there were 7 of us in total. There were 4 of us in the room that I was in. The first thing we did was eat, of course, as we were all starving. We then hit the casinos just to say that we did it. Out of the 7 of us, only 1 of us left with more money than entering. We checked out a bunch of different bars, and as the night went on, things got more blurry and everything got funnier. We got into a nightclub that was going wild. We caught 2 of our friends, John and Eddie, walking out with girls. They shot us the about to get lucky look, and we understood.
I mean, I have to go back to Las Vegas. I've been to Las Vegas once and I wasn't even 18 yet, so I couldn't even gamble. I couldn't go to clubs. I couldn't do anything, so I have to go back at least one more time before I pass away.
The rest of us were trying to pressure Andrew into approaching a girl. He was still too shy to approach anybody or even dance. We got to the point where we were desperate to find somebody for Andrew. We could already foresee that he wouldn't meet any girls at this rate the whole trip. We left the club in search for a working girl. You may think our actions were weird, but as most people were by that time, we were completely hammered.
Not a working girl.
We approached a girl walking alone, acting like a couple of retards, asked the girl if she would be interested in hanging out with our friend Andrew, who was very noticeably not quite as messed up as us, but still intoxicated nonetheless. The girl wasn't anything special. I could say that even in the state I was in.
So what you're saying is she wasn't all that great. So what you're telling me is you need to go back in there and get a couple of shots and turn that 6 into a 10, my boy.
I don't quite remember what she said in direct response to me, but I remember her voice being slightly deep to the point that I looked at my friend. I also have this slight memory of her analyzing Andrew from head to toe.
So it's a dude.
Again, I don't remember what she said, but it led to her grabbing Andrew's arm and the 2 of them walking off down the sidewalk. We laughed as we could see how awkward Andrew already felt. None of us thought it was weird what just happened though. Just out of curiosity, to see what was gonna go down, we decided to trail behind them.
There you go.
They didn't seem to exchange any words. It appeared as if the girl was pulling him. We followed for about 15 minutes, I would guess.
Red flag.
It was a darker and quieter street. The 2 of them stepped into what we assumed was an apartment building. We all laughed.
Red flag.
But we were so proud and happy for him too. There was no point in us waiting there, so we went back to the club. At around 2 in the morning, we headed back to the hotel. Andrew wasn't in either of the rooms. I was starting to sober up a little, and a bit of concern began to arise in me. We all kind of assumed Andrew was just spending the night with the girl. Still, it was out of character for Andrew doing anything like this, so it was just weird.
My thing is, like, don't leave your friends. Ain't no girl in the history of womandom is going to drag you by your hand all the way to her partners and give you some cheeks, bro. Something's not right. You know girls like that, bro. Point me in the direction. It is not like that at all, bro. Unless you just like some Chris Brown, Shannon Tatum type stuff, then nah, bro. Ain't no girl about to pull you forcefully over there and bust it open on, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, I understand their drunks or thinking process and stuff is kind of like off, but at the same time, man, you don't just leave your friend, let somebody just pull them into a neighbor house. And you said her voice was kind of deep, so it probably was a dude that was drag queening, you know what I'm saying? Las Vegas, that's very normal out there in Las Vegas, wearing little glittery stuff and be dancing and stuff. Those be dudes sometimes, man. You have to be careful. And not to mention, you have cases of people being drugged and stuff and having their organs taken out inside hotel rooms and apartments. Like, nah, man, don't leave your friends, man. At least know the person's name. They don't even know her name or anything. Like, damn.
I texted him and tried calling him. He never answered, but my friends told me to relax.
Nah, bruh.
I crashed minutes later. I woke to a ringing sound. At first, with my mind still in sleep mode, I assumed it to be an alarm clock, and tried tapping at my phone to turn it off. As my head began to return to reality, I realized the phone was ringing. It was Andrew's number. I literally felt my heart drop for whatever reason. I told my friends who were already awake from the ringing. I answered and was greeted to heavy breathing on the other end.
He clapped him.
It was Andrew, and he sounded as if he were having some kind of panic attack.
As he ran.
I put him on speakerphone so everyone could hear. Andrew began whispering into the phone. We heard him whisper, "It was that woman. Guys, you gotta get over here right now." We tried to engage him, but he wasn't answering anything we were saying. The other end went silent. We were all basically screaming into the phone, asking if he was alright, where he was, what was going on.
Go back over there.
I was already shaking in my skin at that point. Something broke the silence on the other end. The sound of a door being opened with force, followed by the shrill and horrific screaming of Andrew, before the sound of the call ending.
He got clapped.
We were all freaking the fuck out. I called the police and tried to remember the address, or at least the street. We were so messed up last night that I couldn't even remember the route that we took. One of my friends claimed he did, though.
Oh, there we go.
The police came over to the hotel, and they escorted us. My friend seemed to remember exactly where the building was.
Man, that's what I'm talking about, bro. Get you that friend right there that pay attention to details, bro. Even though he left, he pay attention, bro. Pay attention to where you go, people. It will save somebody's life or save your life, man. Pay attention. Oh my goodness.
He guided the police past the club, down the side roads, and eventually to the building. 2 officers from the front car went inside. We were to wait by the other car. A few minutes felt like hours, waiting in anticipation and in fear of the worst. One of the officers stepped out. She came over to us and asked us to come inside to confirm if the dead body belonged to Andrew. I felt like the entire world just collapsed on my head, as John and Jerry both started crying. They didn't want to go in, so I followed the officer into the building, which turned out wasn't an apartment at all. Rather some kind of dark, abandoned storage building. There was the dead body, leaning out from the open closet, the motionless face, mouth lifelessly hung open, staring up at the ceiling. It was horrible, but it wasn't Andrew. I knew it right away. The most noticeable feature, this boy had blonde hair, while Andrew had black hair. The officers had already scoped the whole place out, so they didn't know what to do. I took a look in the closet that I had a feeling Andrew was hiding in. Nothing, not even his cell phone.
What the hell?
We all did our best to forget about it, but a little more than a month later, I got a phone call during the middle of the night once again.
Breathing.
I picked up. There was a bad reception and nobody was saying anything. I was about to hang up when a faint yet familiar voice said, "Jesse?" "Andrew?" I yelled. The sound of a door slamming in the background on the other end was the last thing I heard before the call ended. He didn't pick up after the 5 times I tried ringing him.
So it appears that he was sold into human trafficking. That's the only thing I could think of, man. They kidnapped him. He's gone. He's somewhere out there. Maybe, selling. They making him sell his booty, man. That's the only thing I could think of, bro.
So what did I do? I called the police and had them trace the call. The call was not coming from Nevada at all. No, it was coming from New Jersey. In fact, our own town.
What?
In a house not too far away. They said they were sending somebody to the house, but that wasn't enough for me. I had to go there myself.
There we go.
I GPSed that address, hopped in my car, and floored it the whole 5 minutes it took to reach the address. It was a vacant house on a corner. I sneaked up to the front door and put my ear against it to listen for anything inside.
Bruh,
Nothing.
Wait for the police.
I crawled around back where I found an open window, listened for a moment. There were the sounds of small snaps and cracks from upstairs, the kinds of sounds you hear from somebody standing or moving on wood. I was sure that he was in there. I hopped inside, but I didn't even get to begin my search before noticing something at the edge of the hallway. Somebody was standing there, facing me, but I couldn't see their face.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
All I could see were their pale, exposed legs and long black hair down past their shoulders. It was a woman. I was feeling sick to my stomach, anticipating her charging up to me like in some kind of horror movie.
Yeah, charge up if you want to, bruh. It's all go time now. You took our best friend, you made us think he was dead, and then you're gonna take him back to New Jersey, and then you about to stand there with pale legs like you skipped leg day? Nah, oh my God, bro. You getting these, bruh. You getting some of these. Run this way if I can give you the full Chuck Liddell experience, bro. Just,
But instead, she turned and ran in the opposite direction.
Uh-oh.
I heard the sound of a door slamming shut,
She's seen
followed
him.
by footsteps stomping downstairs,
Oh, she's leaving.
and then yelling of a man and woman.
Uh-oh.
There was an even heavier pair of footsteps now stomping up the stairs. That was my cue to run. I left the house and dove into the bush. Not even 5 seconds later, someone stepped out onto the porch. For the first time in months, It seemed as if luck was finally on my side.
It was
As
Andrew?
a police car pulled up to the
Ooh.
curb, flashing its siren, I heard the guy on the stoop mutter, "Shit," before slamming the door behind himself. The police followed inside. Apparently the idiot didn't even lock the door.
What a dummy.
I stayed hidden, as I didn't want to startle the cops and end up with a bullet in my skull.
Facts.
I waited by the car out front, and minutes later, one of the officers came outside with the guy in cuffs. I introduced myself and warned that there was also a woman in there, but they never found the woman. One of the bedroom windows were completely open, which implied that she escaped. Andrew was found upstairs,
Yes!
locked in a closet. He was in horrible shape. Malnourished, hair long and dirty. You could smell him from a mile away. The police ran the records for the man. He was never married, so they really had no way of finding out who the woman was. He even claimed that he had only known her for a day. Nothing made sense, and it still doesn't. Andrew admitted that he was raped, beaten, and hardly fed. I can't even imagine admitting something like that to someone. The girl that originally escorted him to that building was only there to collect payment from what he described as the operators.
I told you, I'm a beast. Oh my god, I'm good. The operators, bro, he was getting human trafficked. They was moving from location to location because he was getting his butt cheeks, man. That's why he said he was raped and he was moved to different places, bro. The girl was the operator. The girl was supposed to be, I guess, pretty, and she kind of lured the guys over to her house or whatever, get them inside, and that's when operation starts. And I guess the dude that she met was somebody that she probably cut in on half of it, like, hey, if you help me keep this dude, blah, 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 I get as much money. And don't forget, human trafficking pays fine, bro. It pays a lot of money, bro. You could probably know a human trafficker right now and not even know it. Man, that's crazy, bro. They raped him and didn't give him a bath, nothing, man. That's why I tell you, man, unless my friend specifically tells me, like, hey, man, I'm okay, you know, go on without me, then I'm leaving you. But I'm not about to just let no person drag my friend off into some building, bro, and not check the inside of the house. You get what I'm saying? Like, you leaving me a phone number, you leaving me something, bro. I'm gonna check on you every other hour or so and see if you're okay. If you don't answer my call, bro, I'm gonna assume something down. I'm going over there, guns blazing, bro. These are my guns right here, bro. 7.62, both of these, boy. Armor piercing rounds right here, bro. Oh my goodness, this thank God he's alive, man. Unfortunately, I hope he can recover from something like this. Usually people go through traumatizing experiences like this and they never can live their life the same. So hopefully Andrew can bounce back. You know, he's openly speaking about it, which is a good thing because usually it takes months, even years for people to come out and say anything. Man, Andrew,
For some reason, they forced Andrew to give them his hometown and addresses of everyone that was with him that night, which explained why they were in our town, but not actually why they were in our town.
to get
Like,
y'all.
what their intentions were. To kill us? To add us to whatever kind of sex slave operation they were running?
Yep.
I'm the only person he's told out of our group of friends, and whenever somebody asked about it, I just said I don't know what happened. Things were finally starting to look up when a few days later, I got a text message from a random number one late night saying, "Fuck you." Whoever
Fuck
it
the
was
girl.
blocked me, as I couldn't respond, so I just blocked them back. It happened again the next week, and then the next month. Sure, I had the idea that it had something to do with the incident, but I had no idea it would be taken as far as it was. Woke up one night with a hint of brightness in my room. There was light from outside, in the backyard, shining ever so slightly through the closed blinds. It wasn't sunlight, it was the backyard porch light. I could see a shadow moving in front of the blinds. Somebody was definitely out there.
Yep.
I couldn't really see out of the crack at the bottom of the blind, so I inched it up ever so slightly.
Get out of there, bruh.
There was somebody standing by the window, looking right at me, as if they were waiting for me. But they were gone before I could even think about grabbing my phone to get a picture of them. I strongly believe it was that woman I saw in the house. That was the last time I saw or heard from anyone involved in this shit. Nothing of this whole situation has made a single ounce of sense, even with the best explanation Andrew could give me. I don't see a point in getting into how Andrew and everyone else is doing, as it's nothing interesting. The only thing I can say is I'm waiting for the next time I see any of these animals, and I'll be ready to call the police or take them on myself.
There we go. Jesse, the author of this story, asked me to leave his email at the end of the video. If you want to talk to him about this experience, email him at jessefengo@gmail.com. So there you guys go. If you guys want to get in touch with him and ask him more questions, if you have a question that may not have been answered during this video, boom, there it is. But I think she asked for their addresses because they were going to take them too. They needed more boys around his age, and who else better than his friends? And they used those addresses to push out to whoever the operators were and probably tried tried to kidnap him while he was in bed. He woke up and it scared him off. That's some crazy stuff, man. I guess what we learned from this video is know your surroundings, man. Don't go looking for something that you probably shouldn't be looking for in the first place. If it's going to happen, let it happen. If it's at 18, 19, let it be. Don't go looking for it because it's going to happen eventually. You know what I'm saying? Pay close attention to your friends, your surroundings. If you go somewhere, pay attention to the address, the color of the building, just something that sticks out that you can remember. This video is by Mr. Nightmare, so if you guys haven't already, be sure you swoop down to the description box, click on that link, go watch the video to the entirety while me pausing and stopping and talking through the whole thing. Thank you guys so much for the great support, man. Keep liking, keep supporting, and the videos will keep coming. But again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next. Let me know down in the comment section, what would you have done differently? And if you guys are new to the channel, my name is Reprisalzems, and welcome to the Crow's Nest.